Hello, my name is Elizabeth Rose, and I am a co-director of the Global Health Track in the MPH program at Vanderbilt University. I co-lead global health courses in Vanderbilt School of Medicine, and I am a faculty member in the Department of Pediatrics at Vanderbilt. Through these roles, I've helped create courses that use videos as the primary form of instruction, and I'm excited to share some of these tips and tools and theories behind creating captivating didactic videos. This is a 4-part video series, and the first part will focus on cognitive load theory. So after viewing this video, you will be able to identify the 3 components of learning experience in cognitive load theory. So what is cognitive load theory? According to cognitive load theorists, learners gather verbal and visual cues from the environment, such as audio and visual cues from a video. These cues are selectively pulled into the working memory for temporary storage and processing. Working memory has limited capacity, so the learner has to be selective about what is pulled from sensory memory into working memory before finally being coded into long-term memory. 3 components of the learning experience. Intrinsic load refers to connections. An example of low intrinsic load would be one-to-one connections, such as the glucose level cutoff for diabetes, where a high intrinsic load would be something with multiple connections, such as the social risk factors for diabetes. Germane load refers to the level of cognitive activity necessary to reach the desired learning outcome. For example, do students need to memorize material, engage in discussion, or construct complex new mental schema to understand a topic? Extraneous load refers to other things in the learning experience that distract the learner, such as confusing directions or wild graphics on a slide. Extraneous load can also come from imposter syndrome or stereotypes that detract from learning. In developing videos, you should aim to minimize extraneous loads and consider the level of intrinsic load. If there's high intrinsic load, such as a complex topic, you'll need to carefully structure content to help learners grasp those complex learning ideas and connections. Remember that the working memory has a limited capacity, and information must be processed by the working memory to be encoded into long-term memory. So it's important to prompt learners' working memory to accept, process, and send only the most crucial information to long-term memory. So in this part, I discussed cognitive load theory and focused on intrinsic load, which is the complexity of connections between new and prior knowledge, germane load, which is the level of cognitive activity needed for learning outcomes, and extraneous load, which are distractions in the learning experience. In the next video, I will cover tools that you can use to manage the learning environment.